Well, the Grand Marquis is in the shop. Why? I'll show you why. Alright, I have the intake manifold removed and sitting right here. If you know much about the Ford 4.6 liter V8 engines that are used in Mercury Grand Marquis models, 1996 through 2001, they have a plastic intake manifold which has an engine coolant crossover on it that is very prone to cracking and leaking coolant. When I first saw the cracking, I thought, yeah, maybe a little crack, let a little coolant out, or something like that. And, top it off every once in a while, you'll be okay. What I did not expect was this. Look at the size of that crack. And that didn't just gradually happen. That just suddenly cracked like that. How? I have no idea. Maybe because of, I don't know, intense heat, what? I have no idea. All I know is the research that I've done proves that this is a common issue on these engines, and they replace this intake with an aluminum one, which makes a lot of sense to me. So there's a lot of stuff pulled out of there, and it didn't take me long to get this off. Probably, it's almost 10 o'clock right now. That's June the 14th. It didn't take long. I'm going to say probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Probably even, maybe not even that much to get this off. So I don't have the other intake here. But when I get it, I'll be sure to get a video of it so y'all can see what it looks like. As you can see, there's some coolant down in that V. What happened was I was heading out to a place where we used to live for the weekend, just to have a drive. It was a 200-mile drive. And I was about, maybe a half hour, 35 minutes from being there, and all of a sudden I glance at my gauges, every once in a while. I see the coolant gauge is getting way up there. And I was on a hill accelerating kind of hard, so I thought, well, probably, I've never seen it do that before, but maybe I'm running it a bit hard. So I backed off. Coolant temperature dropped a little bit. Came to the next hill and it started going up again. But this time it didn't go down, it only kept going up and up and up. So I got off the highway, got onto a little side road, opened the hood, and was hit with a whiff of steam. Oh no. Looked over at my reservoir. The reservoir was completely empty. And there was a bunch of steam coming right up from behind, well, not behind, but technically in front of the alternator here. And it didn't look good. I checked all the hoses, couldn't find any leaks on the hoses, couldn't find any leaks anywhere except underneath this piece. So I let it cool down, drove to the nearest location where I could get some water, which was a nursing home, filled it back up, didn't hold it long at all. It was all gone in an instant. I couldn't believe it. There was a major leak somewhere, which led me to believe a hose had popped off, like maybe this hose here. Excuse me. But I couldn't find any loose hoses. So I let it cool down completely. Made it to the next town, got some engine coolant and a few other parts, and stayed in a hotel for the night. And I know Ford fans hate to hear that a Chevy pulled this thing back, but hey, that Chevy's been pulled by the Excursion twice so far, so it's a fair game. So my dad came down with the Chevy pickup, and we rented a U-Haul trailer, drove this up on the trailer, and hauled it back here. And it's home again, and I'm working on it right now. And I just now pulled this off, and I saw that crack, and I couldn't believe the size of it. It's huge. No wonder it didn't hold any coolant. So, if any of you out there, excuse me, my throat's dry. If any of you out there have had a similar problem, or you know why that crack is so big, let me know. But for the rest of you, and for my subscribers, you know what's going on with the car here. And look at the size of that crack. Right here is the top coolant line. And then underneath here is the coolant crossover. where it crosses over that V to go the other side of the block. And you've got your line running to the heater core here. Of course, your water pumps underneath the alternator here. So that's what's going on. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get the new intake for this thing, put it on, and it won't take long to put back together. This job didn't take near as long as I thought it would. So there you have it. That's an update on this car. Wish me luck, guys. Thanks.